Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to this video on how to more easily find a nether fortress. Now, if you look out in front of me, you can see that I'm in hell. Now, that was when I was married to my first wife. But anyhow, I'm in the nether. And out in front of me there, it looks like blackness. But there is actually a nether fortress. And I'm going to show you 10 tips on how to more easily find it. Now, the first thing you need to do is light things up. And there's two ways you can do that. One is to crank up the brightness of your monitor. Now you can't see me do that, but trust me, my monitor is cranked up right now. The other thing you can do is light up Minecraft. Now if we go into my settings, hit options, hit video settings, you can see that right now my brightness is on moody. It's kind of like my first wife. Now if you crank it up to 100%, that's as bright as it can go. Now let's take a look. Now, if you look out there, you can see some stripes starting to form here. Those are the columns of the nether fortress. And you can realize that, hey, I'm seeing those shapes. That might be a nether fortress. Now, the other thing you can do, number 2 tip, is to increase your render distance. Same thing. Go to Options, Video Settings, and increase your render distance as far as your computer can handle. Now my computer's pretty boss, so it can handle those longer render distances, but crank yours up to the most it can handle. Now we go back to the game, and you can definitely start seeing the stripes out there. And that is a nether fortress. You can see the columns going up here, you can see the nether fortress stretching across here. I don't know how easy it is to see on the video itself, but I can definitely see it on my monitor. So you've got that one tip, and you've already started to crank things up. I should say 2 tips. Brighten it up and set up your render distance. Now the third one is to mark your coordinates. So let's take a look. And we are at 244, 187. Now that's important to know. Why? So you can get back. Now imagine you haven't found this nether fortress yet. And what you can be doing is walking. And you're saying, well, Mark, that's the stupidest thing. That's what I do anyhow. Yeah, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't do it right. One of the things you want to do is mark your path with torches. That way, you can easily find your way back. Now, it's going to probably take a lot of torches, but as you move forward here and you're looking around, trying to find the nether fortress, and you see it up ahead, look at even my computer's lagging on those 32 distance of render. 32 distance of render. That's a great thing to say. But we can keep marking our path here as we move forward. There's, oh my gosh, look at out there. There's another fortress. And now it's time to go back, and you can easily see your path back. Now this is the tough way to do it, but it is a definite way to do it, is to basically walk around, mark your path, and go from there. Now let's go back. I am in creative, so I guess I could fly. Whee! Now let's imagine though we're in survival. This whole video is going to be, not the whole thing, but about 80% of it is about how to do this in survival. So let's move on to tip number 4. Build a cobblestone bridge. So let's imagine that we can't see that out there. And we're trying to figure out, how do we get over a lava pool? Let's just pretend there's a lava pool right here and we need to get over the top. Well, you can bridge over. Just get some cobblestone, which will survive a ghast attack. I've had a ghast attack before. It's nasty. But just keep building your cobblestone bridge. Now, this is a little dangerous because if a ghast hits you, you are toast. You're going to fall right off of there. So there is some alternatives. One thing you can do is, as soon as you hear a ghast, run for home. Run like a little baby. The other thing you can do is put on some pretty simple railings. Come on. Gotta go back a little further here. And put these railings on both sides. Get out of the way. The only trouble with this is you've now tripled the amount of cobblestone you're going to need. But what I would recommend is that you go out and do some zigzag patterns, because you don't know for sure where that's going to be. The next tip I've got for you is to go down to lava level. And let me show you why. I'm going to go into creative here. I'm going to show you something. As we go across here, imagine that was lower. Let's say it was below this shelf here. See this shelf of netherrack here? Let's imagine that whole top here was below that level. And we're bebopping along way the heck up here. Do we see that nether fortress? No, oh, we don't see it. All right, because it's down below here. However, if you get down to the lava level, look at what you see. You see the columns going all the way down to the lava level. So you stand a better chance of finding the nether fortress by staying down closer to the lava level. Because no matter what, those are going to come down to this level. Whereas you might find that the nether fortress is actually below a shelf of netherrack. Hopefully that makes sense. Another thing you can do is if you found one already, you've got the makings of a night vision potion. Hopefully. You should have found some nether wart, you should have found a blaze rod so you can make a brewing stand, and you should be able to make yourself a night vision potion. Now watch what happens here. Let me get away from this a little ways so it's not so obvious. We'll go back where we were before. Into the darkness. Now if we look out ahead of us, we can kind of see it, so let's go a little farther away. Okay, we really can't see it. Now watch what happens when we drink this night vision potion. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but you're starting to see the stripes of it here, and there it is. So we went a little too far back, but look at how it just appears out of the murk. So it's a lot easier to find them using some night vision potion. I'm going to drink some milk because I really hate those little bubbles going on in front of me. Now, another thing you can do is cheat. Yes, you can cheat. One of the things you can do is just what I'm doing, flying around looking for a nether fortress. Now you're saying, wait, I'm on survival. How do I do that? Take the seed of your survival world, generate another world, and work in creative instead. Then you can fly through it, you can get the coordinates, and you can transfer those over to your survival world. And next thing you know, you'll find the exact same nether fortress. Finally, there is the ultimate cheat. There is a website called chunkbase.com. And chunkbase.com lets you put in your seed and it'll generate exactly, well not exactly, in the ballpark of where you're going to find a nether fortress. And that's how I found this one. I got to admit, I cheated. And it's not a bad thing if that's the type of game you're playing. And you can, if you're in creative, well then you just cheat and you go find it. If you're in survival, you do what I just said. You take your seed, you put it into a creative world, then you also bring that seed into Chunkbase, and that'll get you to your nether fortress. So that's about it. 10 tips on how to find a nether fortress more easily. Now, if you like this video, please leave a comment, leave a like, best of all, subscribe. If you didn't like this video, keep it to yourself. Thanks for watching.